love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Give y'all a second to come on in. Now, this is the first time that I have had 3 and 4 platforms. So if you see me and I am not directly looking at the camera, don't think I'm not looking at you. I'm on different platforms. I love each and every one of you. 3 was a significant number that I've been seeing. And I know 3 is a number of mind, body, and spirit. Just one second. Hey, y'all. Sorry. Okay. 3 is a number of mind, body, and spirit. And I've been seeing number 3 so much. And I said, I guess I need to balance myself. And that's what I was telling myself. But Spirit was saying no. 3 platforms. 3. So if you've been seeing the number 3, let me go ahead and talk about 3. I guess that's how I'm going to start it off. It's time now to balance mind, body, and spirit at this time. Spirit is telling you it's time. You feel off. It's time to balance yourself out. I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes to come on in here. Hello to everybody, Grand Risings, Kings, and Queens. I'm going to give y'all a second to come on in. I love each of you. Thank you for joining me on this morning. I hope everybody is having a blessed and prosperous morning thus far. Come on in. Get whatever it is that you need, your pens, your pencils, your blunt, whatever, your drink, your coffee, whatever. Get it and get on up in here. I hope everybody's having a great Grand Rising today. It's a full moon in Leo. That's what we're talking about today, the full moon in Leo. I'm going to give y'all a second to get on in here. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Grand Risings. Within the universe, there's been a lot of things that's been going on recently, so it's a lot of feelings. And if you've been feeling funny, I'm going to help you understand why you've been feeling funny. Like I said, I'm on 3 different platforms, so if you feel I'm not looking at you, it's not being direct. I just have 3 platforms going on. But I'm here to explain what seems to be going on. And a lot of times, what I've seen, we all have a subject to talk about, but nobody ever talks about what's really going on spiritually. So that is what I'm here to assist you on today, the full moon in Leo. Whew. And y'all know I like to talk about myself. I give it to you straight raw. So I'm going to put myself forward and tell y'all my experience, how my full moon has been going. I'm trying to give y'all a second to come on in. While I'm waiting for people to come in, let me go ahead and say this first. Around March the 5th, I probably won't be on any social media platforms. I have to watch how I say this. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms, starting March the 5th, will not let any spiritualists like myself post any content. So what's been happening for me, I've been trying to upload my videos. It takes a long time to upload my videos. When I work with my clients, it takes a long time to get y'all videos sometimes. They are trying to ban us. The only thing I could say without saying too much is when the truth comes out before it's supposed to come out, it has an effect. One thing I want to say If you think on 2020, that's what I'm going to say. We're going to go back to 2020 for a second. 2020 was something new, an ending. 2020, zero. Look at the ending, zero. It was so much going on, and it was like endings between not being able to think. 2021, that was a new beginning. Last year, it was like a spiritual awakening to the world. So some of you can understand what I'm saying, and some of you can't. But 2022 is the year of balance. Everything comes to balance. We've learned what we had to learn, and now we can move on. Grand risings to everybody. I can't really see everything, so I will read these comments later. I'm just trying to get the content out really quick. I am actually late. I told y'all I was coming in at one time, and I didn't get to, but 2022 is a year of balance. So 2021 should have been the year where, and I love talking about this. I'm about to break this down for y'all. 2021 should have been the year for spiritual awakening. For my spiritual awakening, I've been dealing with this since I was a little girl. I just didn't really understand until as I got older. And as I finally surrendered unto the divine, 2021 was a year of me standing in my truth. I took a lot of hits last year. And I'm going to give you a scenario, forgive me just a second, but 2021, I took a lot of hits. I grew spiritually, but I don't know who this message is for, just listen. When you are growing spiritually, a lot of times you have to cut off people and things. So 2021 was a year of awakening. I really went hard into my studies. I started learning things. But the reason I said I took the hits the hardest, I had to see people for who they really were. I had to accept last year not to give out so much of my energy because it leaves you drained. So I don't know who this is. You have a very big heart, and that's fine. But you end up leaving yourself drained. And I hear Spirit saying the reason for this is because your heart is big. That's what you do. You operate out of love. But you've never been shown that proper love. So you always give and you don't get nothing back. It's almost like manifesting. You're doing everything that you can. You have all the proper tools. You just can't do it. And that's because Spirit is telling you not in the mindset. So 2021, I had to learn a lot of lessons. Shadow work. I'm going to talk about shadow work. I'm not going to get too far in, just a little brief, because I really have a lot to talk to y'all about. We're going to get into relationships. We're going to get into it all. Y'all know I like to keep it real. So like I said, while y'all getting ready, get your notebooks, your red pens, because remember, red is the color. Your blunts, your cup, your coffee, whatever it is you got to get it. But shadow work is when you have to go through the dark night of the soul. And last year, that is what I went through. One thing, as a lot of people say, oh, you teach me, but a lot of my clients don't understand that y'all are my biggest teachers. This week, I encourage you, as you interact with people in conversations, as you listen to what people has to say, sit back and look at them as your teacher. You learn so much about yourself if you sit back and look at things from a different perspective. So even myself as a spiritual advisor, a teacher, whatever you want to say, a lot of y'all teach me lessons about myself that I didn't know. Shadow work. I'm telling you this because somebody needs to do some shadow work. Myself, I just got done doing more shadow work. Shadow work is whenever you have to go within and look at the dark side of yourself, because there's light and dark to everything. Dark side, certain triggers, certain things can trigger you, certain people can trigger you, and it puts you in a mental space. When you go to your mental space, that is the other side of you, and that's the side that you don't like to deal with. You like to put it to the side. But right now with these full moon energies, certain things keep surfacing back up. So major shadow work needs to be done. A lot of times sometimes I'll admit myself, If I get upset, I'll shut myself off from the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't bring my problems to other people, but I have to go within. Remember, in everything that's dark, there is light. And in this video, I want you to think of a butterfly. And in this butterfly, it's in the cocoon stage. Each of us on this video, the shamanic drums that are playing, we're dealing with the heart chakra. This full moon in Leo, Leo deals with the heart chakra. So the drums is what connects you to the heart. So the music that you hear playing is shamanic drums to deal with the heart. But think of yourself as that butterfly in the cocoon stage. And we're almost ready to come out. That is what I want you to think of as we get ready to dive in. The butterfly that's in the cocoon stage. You're almost ready to come out. And the reason I want to speak on that, because in 2021, it was a death for me. 2020, a lot of things came ending. Pressure. My pressure on my pipes got busted in 2020. I'm going to go ahead and keep it real. In life, as you get older, you lose yourself. And I know I'm not the only one that almost just wanted to give up. At some point, we all wanted to give up. Like, just forget this. I can't do this. So let's all be real with ourselves. Y'all know I like to keep it real and raw. 2020 was a year where my spiritual awakening hit so hard. Growing up in my life, from a very young age, everybody knows my story at a young age. When you go through things and you're able to see certain things, you grow up with the guard up. I'm gonna explain it. You grow up with the guard up, and it's hard for you to trust anybody. Now, I want you to keep it real with yourself. The people that you trust is the people that mean you no good. And the ones that you usually push away is the ones that you should have been trusting all along. So growing up, when you have a guard up, you go through so much emotionally to yourself. Now, I want everybody to think mental health is something that's underlooked at, and love is what's underlooked at. How our parents showed us love, how our loved ones showed us love. Was it true love? No. So in life, I grew up looking for love in all the wrong places and all the wrong things. And you become lost because what you think is really good is not good. That was very deep. I hope you were able to process that. So growing up, what I defined as love, that was not love. So 2020 was a year where it hit me really hard, like, boom. The ancestors was not playing. Boom, here you go. Boom. And I had to death and rebirth. Now I want you, if you have your pens and your paper now, butterfly. Spiritual meaning of a butterfly. If you have your phone or something that's right there, I want you to look it up on your phone. If you have your computer, your pens. I'm going to go slow because I'm about to start. I haven't even started yet. I want to kind of give a little introduction, get y'all, to get on up in here. But the spiritual process of a butterfly, death and a rebirth. Spiritual meaning of a butterfly, death and a rebirth. It's almost like transformation. And there's certain steps that butterfly must get to. Remember, with the butterfly in the cocoon. 2020, we started off, okay? I got hit with so much. I started to, as I prayed to God, deal with me. You know what I'm saying? Give me a new chance. I surrendered. That's what it was like. I surrendered. And as I surrendered, slowly but surely, certain things and certain people, I just was able to look at things from a different eye. So 2020, a lot of us was hit with certain things. Out in the world, it was so much going on. COVID, it started, and everybody was shook up. Nobody knew what to do. And remember, you're this butterfly in the cocoon. In the first stages, you don't even know. You're uncomfortable. You're trying to get in there. You don't know really what you're doing. 2021. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. 2021. We was hit with an awakening, okay? Now 2020, the end of it, certain things slowly start to come out and it put us in a state of fear. I'm going over what a spiritual awakening is. When you start off, it's something new to you. It's not what you're used to. It's not how you were raised. Whoa, and a lot of times, with crystals, people think, ooh, that's evil, that's voodoo, that's this, that's that. And little do they know that's who you are. So 2020 was a year things ended. My mind expanded. I researched. I had to look at this. I had to do this. I had to study this. I had to break the Bible down. Start developing a relationship with your Bibles. That's what Spirit is telling me. Start reading your Bibles. Really understanding. I had to understand. 2021, awakening, researching, studying, doing this and doing that. And I had to go with it. A lot of people didn't understand. A lot of people didn't know what I was talking about. What are you doing? What? I'm lost. I had to keep going. People got cut off. Oh, well. Now it's just me. And it's a good feeling because during your awakening, it's like you're growing. Life is forming for you. You're studying something, you're running with it, and it's working for you. 2022. Oh, in 2021, let me tell you, a lot of naysayers, a lot of this. Oh, you crazy. Oh, this. Oh, that. And that's how that spiritual awakening is. When you're on a journey and when Spirit is dealing with you, He will deal with nothing but you. When Spirit wants to get ready to use you, He's going to use you in a way that nobody else can. It's like going down a straight path. That's it. You don't know anything else. And it's time for somebody's spiritual awakening. That's why I'm going in on it. 2021 also was a year the illusions were shown. Even with certain things in the media, we're starting to learn what spirituality is. That's new to everybody. Nobody really knew. Now it's starting to come out. People had to go. People I thought was for me was not for me. People that meant me no good, they meant me no good. Now, me, myself, currently, 2022, I'm balancing it all out. Business is growing. I feel a newfound self. The same ones that was lost to what I was saying, the same ones that said I was crazy, now they ask me for guidance because now they see. So what I'm telling you, I said all that to say this. It is time for somebody's spiritual awakening. You've been on the fence long enough. Now it's time to make up your mind and do what you need to do. Step into your spiritual awakening. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about how people feel. Do you for you. It is time for your spiritual awakening. People are not going to be for you. You're going to be by yourself along this journey, but that is fine. Now, speaking to current terms, let's talk about current terms. Full moon in Leo. I'm going to be quick. Now, we've all had our spiritual awakening. If you've experienced your spiritual awakening in between 2020 and any time now, keep going. Initiation phase, there's about to be another initiation level. Somebody is about to go through initiation. Spirit is dealing with you heavy. You can feel the spirit of your ancestors near, and that's because they are. A lot of situations, anytime a lot of situations occur, back to back, it's like you go through one hurdle, something else comes up. That is a test of your faith, and that is what Spirit is doing right now. A lot of us are going through what we call tests. Spirit is testing us. Are they ready for this blessing? And anytime God gets ready to bless you, it always comes with a test. So if you're going through a lot right now, it's going to be okay. I want you to know you're going through an initiation, and it's something that you must go through. But if you've been on your spiritual awakening, everything you learned, you can feel that strong energy like something is about to happen. And it is your breakthrough. Remember, When that butterfly gets ready to come out, it has to move around. It has to get ready to come out. And when it gets ready to birth, it's new life. And that's what somebody just did. You're going through major transformation, and you're about to birth yourself into a new being. Full moon in Leo. Let's go ahead and get started. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction. Spiritual awakening. It's time. And keep going. Don't give up. Stop being on the fence. There's somebody watching this. You're on the fence. Stop being on the fence. Go ahead full throttle with your spiritual awakening. It's time for you to be that teacher or that leader. As we see society now, the younger generation, it's time for you to lead the people. Build Black Wall Street back up. Really get out in your community. Be the change. It's time. A few channeled messages. A lot of times before I get ready to do a video, I have channeled messages. I'll sit outside and ground myself. Full moon in Leo. Leo represents grounding, nature. Today, during some time, tomorrow, the next 3 days. Full moon energy lasts 3 days. I have 3 networks. I want to go back to one thing before I start. Me not being on social media, I'm probably going to have to forward myself to Patreon. I'm going to try to keep doing my YouTube channel. If you are following me on YouTube, I'll probably be on that platform. But as for now, when they start banning us, you'll probably see me less and less. Like I said, when the truth comes out too fast, you have to push that person up. But I'm going to keep pushing. The online store will be available soon. Give me just a little bit more time. I'll have that up. I'll post the links for that. So yeah, that's me. I plan to start doing more community work in Charlotte, North Carolina, and back home. Just give me some time. I'm trying to get all the stores up before our time to be out is out. But yep, social media, and you probably seen it on TikTok and other sites. They're trying to hush us up. Like right now, when I get ready to click off these videos, I'll have at least 100 to 400 views, but it only says 1 or 2 or 5 or 7 people. A lot of times they just try to hush us up. So I just got word that they will be trying to ban us in March. Hawks. If you've been seeing a lot of hawks right now, remember, when God tries to use you or deal with you, you can't see him as a spirit. So he will use certain things at that given time to get your attention. Animal totems, that's what they call them. So if you've been seeing hawks or cardinals, the red birds, I've been seeing them a lot. So that is one channel message. Hawk and red birds, those are powerful spiritual totems. Like I said, we can't see God, but he will use something to get your attention. And as you heighten spiritually on your spiritual journey, certain things like that will grab your attention. When spirit is trying to nudge at you or show you something, like if you're down, if you're feeling low, if you're not feeling like yourself, spirit will show you something. And a red bird is a loved one. A cardinal is a loved one in the heavens letting you know that they have your back. I've been seeing a lot of red birds lately. So I want you to know, if you feel like you're going through something, there is a loved one that's in heaven that's watching over you, and everything's going to be okay. Hawks. If you've been feeling tired a lot lately, you need to rest your body. A lot of people don't understand what it means when your body is tired. A lot of us want to go, 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 go. But if you are along your spiritual journey or you're awakening, when your body is tired, spirit is trying to give you downloads, okay? So if you've been feeling very, very, very tired lately, you need to rest. Spirit is trying to give you downloads at this time. So hawks represent divine wisdom, knowledge, the big dog, God itself. So if you've been seeing a lot of hawks, you need to start studying. A new business. I'm hearing now Spirit saying somebody's wanting to start a new business. Research. It's time for you to go in hermit mode. Isolate yourself and study. A lot of times as people, we don't study anything. Um, Get your, like I said, get your coffee, get your blunt, get your liquor, get whatever you gotta get. Sit down, listen to me. I'm probably only gonna be about 30 more minutes, and we're gonna be done. But this full moon in Leo, I want to give you channeled messages of everything that's going on. Hawks, major wisdom. At this time, you need to research what it is that you're wanting to do. I'm hearing spiritually, it's a certain topic that you're not knowing that you want to go in and research. Research it. Do whatever it is that you need to do. But right now is a time to study and rest the body. Share this video, like and share this video. Somebody else might need to hear it. Peace, love, and light. I got 3 platforms, so I love all of y'all that's coming in. Thank you for joining me. Hawks, major wisdom is coming in. If you've been seeing the number 99, 55, 10, 10, 444, 222, 333, those are synchronicities. Spirit is trying to give you messages. So at this time, pay attention to a lot of the numbers. 3 of the numbers, the main numbers that's came to me is 99, 55, and 10, 10. You might see 10, 10 on the clock. You might go in the store, your total was 10, 10. You might see a tag and it's 555 or 999. Right now, there's endings. I'm hearing ending, a cycle is ending. Perhaps it might be a phase of yourself. Something is ending at this time. Major endings, a situation, an old job. Perhaps somebody just started a new job, something that they've never done before. A relationship ended. Third party situation, it ended. But something's ending and major changes is about to come about. Karmic cycles is closing out. Also at this time, if you work with your Orishas, Yemaya, Oya, Shenga, and Obatala is dealing with a lot of us very strong. Now, if you don't know about your Orishas, if there's any situations that you're holding on to with people, places, a thing that you know no longer serving you, Spirit is forcing you out of those situations at this time. If you've had major endings, let me talk about myself real quick. I'm going to go ahead and talk about me. I had exes trying to love bomb, coming out of nowhere, and I'm not thinking about them, but right now, Spirit is sending us people from our past, situations, flings, whatever it may be. It might even be habits about ourselves. Maybe you haven't smoked in a year and now you smoking again. Spirit is bringing up things from the past to test us to see if we're really ready for that blessing. So that is why I'm saying the ancestors are at loose right now, and they are dealing with us so heavy at this time. I hope you're able to pass the test. I'm telling you, it's a lot of tests. It's test season going on right now. I hope you're ready to pass the test. Cutting the cords. It's time to cut cords at this time. I'm hearing somebody is in a new relationship, or perhaps this has been the same situation, but you keep finding certain things of your past in this person. This person that you've been dealing with, you can't love them properly because you still hold on to cycles from your past and you bring that into this situation. I'm hearing old relationships, old things that no longer serve you. It's time to let it go. Let those old cycles be done. Cutting the cords. Relationship issues. I'm hearing you're in love with this person, but you keep having relationship issues. Cut the cords. It's time to cut cords from your past. In order for your relationship to work now, you need to cut cords from your past. If you don't want to do the spiritual work, find you a spiritual advisor to do a cutting of cord ceremony. Um, Cut cords. I'm hearing you say, well, I know I'm good. You know, why is it that love can't come to me? Why is it that I have to go through the same type of person? That's what, and it might be somebody you're single right now because you're tired of attracting that same type of person. Cut the cords. Let me talk about sex real quick. When you have intercourse with a person, it's not just sex. It's not about, well, damn, I got my nut, he got his nut. It's deeper than that. Sex is a soul tie. Do you understand? It's a cord, just like an umbilical cord. It's a cord that you tie. When you're intimate with somebody, it's a cord. And every time that you have intercourse, that cord, that energetic cord gets stronger and stronger. And then you move on to somebody else. Just think about how many people been in and out of relationships with people. I really want y'all to think about what I'm about to say. You tie energetic cord, you have sex with one person, sex be great, y'all have sex about, let's say you 2 years in a relationship, that cord real strong. That person do one thing, you go and deal with somebody else, just temporary, to numb the pain of what that person done. Now you got another cord. Go back to the person, that cord is already strong. But now you got this person. This is how third party situations be. Now you have this person and you just deal with them when you get tired of that person hurting you, the main person that you with. So now you're dealing with two sets of cords. You're trying to love this one, but you still got a cord tied to that one. So guess what? Now that's a three-way connection. So now the energy and the friction is going to be off because you're pulling energy from two different people. It's time to cut cords. When you learn how to cut cords and you release, you let go of past relations, past energies that don't no longer serve you. Just like right now, if you with your partner, let's just say y'all in a relationship or whatever, you could feel when that person cheating. Keep it real. Come on now, let's keep it real. You could feel when that person's cheating. You could feel when that person's doing something. You could feel when the energy ain't right. You know why? Because that energetic cord is being pulled at. What you're doing is not only feeling your partner's energy, but you're also feeling the third party's energy. The third party's energy is the energy that you're taking on. And you're also feeling his nervousness. See, when you're dealing with somebody and they know you know them, when you deal, one second, y'all, I am so sorry. When you dealing with somebody and the partner is cheating, they feel nervous. So you feel that energy. Now you already on foot. What he got going on? You know, then you feeling the anger from the third party because she's mad because she can't have what you have. Energetic cords. It's time to cut cords. Some of you is holding on to cords from way back. And that's the ones that hurt you the most. And you know why they hurt you the most? Because you knew it was your fault. And you're still holding on to that cord. And because you're holding on to that cord, it's hard for you to be in a relationship. It's hard for you to love somebody. It's hard for you to open yourself up to anybody that tries to open themselves up to you. Cut the cord so you can have something new. Also, in where one of the planets are right now is love. New relationships are going to be coming. Old relationships might spice back up. Take it however. But in order for love to work from this moment on, you need to cut cords. There are certain cords of people, energies that you are holding on to that you no longer need. Tiger's eye and rose quartz. If you have crystals, okay, let's go ahead and talk about that. Remember, like and share this video. I got a lot of homework for y'all to do, and I got to get this out within a few more minutes. But homework tonight, full moon energy actually should be coming in about 15, 30 more minutes. If you have your crystals, go ahead and cleanse them in your Florida water. Cleanse them, cleanse them, cleanse them, and sit them outside under the moon. Allow them to recharge tonight. Gather out. I hope you all had your full moon water. Set it out. All of your crystals, sit them out. Let them charge up, okay? The new moon energy lasts 3 days. So today until about the 19th. Okay, so you have time to do this. Take your baths, get cleansed, cleanse your spirit at this time. The two crystals that you need to be working with at this time is tiger's eye and rose quartz. Get outside in nature, get your feet, get grounded. That's what I'm hearing. This level or this place that you're about to go, I'm hearing the next level. Somebody's going to the next level. You need to cleanse your feet. Cleanse your feet. Please cleanse your feet. Because the places that God is about to take you, you can't go into this new door with those old shoes on. Leave it alone. It's time now for each of us to step into who we're meant to be. If you've already stepped into who you meant to be, it's time now for you to apply serious pressure. Apply pressure. The lion spirit, strength and courageous. Nothing will stop a lion. When he gets what he gets, that's what he wants. Full moon in Leo. Put everything outside. Rose quartz, love. Venus and Mars is in conjunction in Capricorn right now. I know a lot of you don't know what that means. I'm going to briefly go over that. But relationships, it's a lot of issues in relationships right now. And this is because of where the planets are. Communication is being affected. Relationships, family trauma, childhood trauma is coming up. All of this stuff is coming up because of what is going on and where the planets are currently. Right now, rose quartz, tiger's eye, get grounded, get reconnected, get outside, sit under the sun for at least 15 to 20 minutes and let that sun just beam and repeat affirmations over your life. Also, baths. Yes, take a bath. Spiritual bath. If you need one, reach out to me. I can send you one. Spiritual baths. Self-care. Self-care. A lot of us have been helping others so long we haven't even helped ourselves. A lot of us have been assisting so many others and we've put ourselves in the back burner. It is time now for self-care. It's time for you to take care of you. Start to do the things that you want to do. Travel. Go to places that you want to go. Take care of yourself at this time. Self-care is much needed. Endings in relationships. A lot of us went through breakups that really hurt us recently. And it's time now for self-care, to focus on yourself. God is showing, and you keep asking yourself, God, why can't I be with somebody? Why can't somebody be for me? And Spirit is saying, because I want you to be by yourself. This next level that you're going, you can't take nobody with you but yourself. The place that God has for you, this blessing is only meant for you. And I'm hearing that breakup, that breakdown that you had, that was building you for success. God had to take everything from you and strip you from it in order to remold you to get ready to receive this blessing. So some of you keep asking yourself, why is a relationship not working for me? Because what God has for you is so big and so grand, you can't take this person with you on that journey. This is a journey for you. Now, I have to get deep. 1 second, you guys. Okay, y'all, I'm trying. Sorry about that. But a lot of you have watched your parents never get shown love. So you've loved other people. You've wanted love. Your parents showed you so much love, but they didn't have love. Think about your foundation for a second. I really want to go deep, but I don't want to go too deep too fast. Think of your foundation. A lot of your parents have shown you unconditional love because they've never had it. Their parents never had it. And their parents never had it. So now you go through it and you don't get it because you want to show so much love, but the energy is not reciprocated. Redefine what love is. That's what God is telling you. Relationships are not going to work because he's trying to isolate you for something. Sometimes the teacher got to sit back and be taught too. Sometimes the person that's the black sheep of the family, sometimes you got to take a step and take a vacation for a minute. That's what God's saying. Take a vacation for a minute. Sit back and really, really, really look at everything from a different perspective. This is the parenting moment. Leo, the leaders, this is God giving us a parenting moment at this time. Stop blaming things on yourself. Stop trying to not deal with what you really need to deal with and really look at it. A lot of times love does not work because we show so much and we receive none. We're looking for love in a void place that is not there. So now it's time to really isolate yourself, redefine what love is. And let me tell you, love is not buying somebody materialistic things. I don't know who this message is for. Love is not materialistic. Oh, I did this, I bought you that. That's not love. Love is an expression. Love is a feeling. Love is an energy, a frequency that you must have. Next up, childhood trauma. A lot of childhood trauma is coming up at this time for somebody. A lot of childhood trauma. And I'm going to read the comments later. I love y'all so much. Thank you for coming in. Childhood trauma. A lot of situations that you faced as a child, those feelings keep coming to the surface. That's that full moon energy. Anything that has came up the last 2 weeks, this week, whatever, it could be a person that could trigger you, and that trigger set off something that happened to you when you was a child, or it was a certain word that somebody said that made you feel some type way. It was a trigger. These trigger moments that you've been having, childhood issues, childhood wounds, or perhaps relationships, the same relationship keeps trying to come back, and you're questioning, is this the relationship for me, or do I need to let it go? Anything that's coming up within these last 2 weeks, God is allowing it to come to the surface for you to deal with it and let it go. It is a moment of releasing. Full moons are moments of releasing. It's time to let go. Let go of what no longer serves you. Childhood trauma. A lot of us need to forgive those that hurt us in our childhood and let it go. I'm hearing every other day, every other week, this childhood trauma keeps replaying in your head. Let it go. Protect your energy. Love people from a distance, but don't find yourself diving back into that same energy that God just pulled you right back out of. Cutting the cords. I can't say it enough. It's time to cut cords. A lot of you don't even understand that you have cords that are so tied. The other person knew what they was doing. They knew how strong your spirit was. They knew how powerful you were. Those cords are strong. Cut cords at this time. What other message? Heart chakra. Right now, the heart chakra, chest. Some of you, sometimes, and let me tell you, you're not having a heart attack. Somebody, your chest been feeling funny some days this week. You don't know if you're having a heart attack, anxiety, panic attacks. Heart chakra. Your heart chakra is trying to open itself up. Heart chakra. If you're dealing in the chakras, you feeling any flutters or funny feelings, you are okay. Your heart chakra is trying to open at this time. When the heart chakra gets ready to open, It's taking on so much energy. Let me tell you, if these are the symptoms, or these are what causes your heart chakra to open. You've loved people so much all your life, more than you have loved yourself. And you've done that for so long. And you finally now, you've always said, I just want to receive the same love that I show. I want to receive the same love that I show. That's what you keep saying. And you keep loving people because you know the way you were raised, if you keep showing love, it's going to come. It's going to come. And now you look at love so much different. Now you look at love from a different view. Now you really know your worth. I'm hearing a lot of people is just now realizing their worth. For me, let me keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna keep it raw. I always thought I had to do the extra mile to make people notice me or to make people feel comfortable around me. I'm gonna keep it real. And it was like wearing a mask. And I've done it for so long, like went the extra mile. Like, I know I'm like the little nerdy, laid back, cool person. So if you're quiet, people think you're being funny, but that's just me. So a lot of people are loud. A lot of people like this. A lot of people like that. So I felt I had to fit in to make people notice me. And now that I'm in a new stage or a new phase, I realize I just have to be me. So now the heart is really opening up. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's heart chakra is opening. It's time for your heart chakra. Start playing meditations. When you go to sleep, play heart chakra meditations. Anything that you could do around the heart, do it. Right now, your heart chakra, it's about to open wide. You're going to operate out of love. You're going to see things differently. God has been working with you. Certain situations, karma. Certain people has been dealing with karmic situations. Situations you've been going through where you had to be the bigger person. You didn't know how to be the bigger person, but now you are. Forgiveness. It's time to ask people of your forgiveness. Certain people that and this is what I'm hearing. Right lately, you've been thinking about people from your past, and you don't know why. You notice it. You be thinking like, dang, that situation was messed up. Dang, I was wrong for that. And it keeps coming up. Same situation. This is what Spirit is saying. Make peace with it and move on. And that's what you're doing, is opening up that heart chakra. So right now, everybody is trying to move along the right path. And it's like kind of hard, kind of confusing, because you don't know, am I doing it right? Is this the way I should do it? But make peace with your past. You've done people wrong and you played that part. Be the bigger person. And I know as people, it's hard to be the bigger person, but I'm telling you, be the bigger person. Correct the wrongs that you've done. The way these planets are aligning, in order to reap the harvest, you need to correct things. You need to be set free. That's why you can't love out of love. That's why we have the definition of love so backwards, Forgive that person. Even if what that person done hurt you so bad, you can't look at them face to face. Pray. Ask God to send them light and love. Ask God to remove that feeling out of you. But it's time also to make things right with people that you wrong. Situations that was your fault. And that's also how you get your blessings. Don't forget that. 222 portal is coming up. Peace and balance. Remember, this is a year of peace and balance. I'm hearing balance in situations. There's some situations that need to be balanced. You keep pouring more into this person or more into the situation, and you're getting nothing in return. Balance out the situations. Balance out the matters of your heart. Let go. I'm hearing it's so many situations from childhood wounds that you just need to forgive yourself from. I'm going to give y'all an exercise. Please like and share this video. I'm going to give y'all an exercise to do. The exercise, basically, I want you to go in the mirror today at some point. If it's before you take your spiritual bath, whenever. But I really want you to look in the mirror and just stare. Just stare until you can't stare no more. And really forgive yourself. Speak to that mirror. Forgive yourself for the things that you have allowed yourself to go through. And you know what you're doing? You're taking accountability. Somebody's watching this, you don't know how to take accountability for your actions. I sure didn't know how to. I didn't want to. I wanted to go through it and forget it. But Spirit said, rewind that back. Take accountability for your actions. And I had to do it. I sat in that mirror one day for almost an hour and cried my eyes out. Take accountability. Sit with yourself and forgive yourself. You will also notice your heart chakra opening as you do this. Forgive yourself for certain things that was not your fault. Forgive yourself for holding on to other people's karma, issues. Yeah, a lot of us that have big hearts, when you keep allowing yourself to sit in a situation, a relationship, whatever, for too long and you know that it does not serve you, you reaping that person's karma. And they know what they're doing. They're manipulating your energy because they know you're so big-hearted. Narcissistic people. Let's talk about that for a second. Woo! Oh, gosh. Narcissistic people. I'm going to have to go there. I kind of debated going here, but I have to talk about it. I gotta take a sip of my coffee on that. I just got love bombed. We're gonna talk about narcissistic people. I'm telling you, the devil will try you, but as you spiritually incline, you'll notice when that energy is around. The more you study yourself spiritually, the more work you put in spiritually, you'll know when the test is coming. Sometimes it don't even be the devil. Sometimes it be the big dog. It be God. He be sitting there throwing shit your way just to see if you gonna come out of it. Don't try him. That's what I'm telling you. When you start working with spirituality, you got to put in that work. You can't give up. It's been days I wanted to give up, but I still keep pushing because I see the bigger picture. So in order to get blessings, you got to go through tests, relationships. Your partner cheat on you. So God will throw a curve. He'll allow that person to cheat on you just to teach you a lesson. And you keep going right back. Your heart get broken even more. Because you ain't learned the lesson. God's trying to tell you, hey, pack up, time to go. Time to go. Get out of that. You don't deserve that. Test. I was thrown a major test recently. Now, let's talk about narcissistic people real quick. It's like an addiction for some people. Let's talk about narcissistic. Narcissistic people are people that manipulate the minds of certain people. A lot of men, it's time to man up and admit who you are. But narcissistic people are people that were never shown love, okay? They were never shown love, so they manipulate and they go for certain people. Let me tell you, they're targets. The targets are people that have big hearts, people that go above and beyond, people that they know, especially women. Men, I'm trying to help a man get through his breakthrough. There's a man watching this somewhere, and you know this is you. I'm just being truthful as I can, and I'm helping you push through your breakthrough. Because I'm hearing now you really want a true love, but that love ain't coming through because God is trying to show you to ask forgiveness of all the people that you've hurt. There's a woman watching this. You've fallen victim to a narcissistic person, and you don't know how to get out. That's the thing. You don't know how to stop. It's such an addiction now. You've become codependent on narcissistic energy. And there's somebody watching this, you just got out of a relationship. I'm hearing 4 to 5 year relationship with a narcissistic person. You're now realizing what kind of relationship you're in, and you're focusing on self-health, mental health. Narcissistic people are people that manipulate the energies of, and please like and share this video because somebody really might need to hear this. Narcissistic energy people are people that manipulate good-hearted people. Usually Christian, people really love God, have big hearts. These are their targets. They study these people. You know, as they're getting to know you, they're studying. Oh, I could run all over. I got her. I got her. I could run all over. I could do whatever. She's sweet. She gonna do whatever. She gonna be my ride or die. If I tell her to do this, she gonna do that. They gonna take good care of you. Don't get me wrong now. They gonna take great care of you. But these people are so broken and so hurt. Control, manipulation. That's what they do. Because that's what was done to them by their parents. And guess what? Their parents, that's how they were done by their parents, or basically the great-grandparents. That's deep. I'm going to say that again, what I just said. A lot of us get in situations with narcissistic people, and we don't even realize that's the curse that's over them, their generation. That's all they know how to do is be manipulators. They make you feel so drained. They survive off of your energy, that loving, that sweet energy. They survive off of that. See, me myself, let me keep it real. That's all I had an addiction to that, and I'm keeping it so hot with you. A lot of people, they're not gonna tell you that that's what's really going on in their world. They love it. They don't know how to stop. But it's a very dangerous energy because you feel like you're so in love with that person, but it's the toxic energy. That's what that is. A narcissistic person will have you feeling so bad. You will be in a mental imprisonment. They will mentally imprison you. And what they're doing, they're training and grooming you to be just like them. So you see a lot of relationships. Oh, that's a female version of me. That's not cute. That's not cute. No. You don't need a female version of you. So those of you that's in relationships and you feel your partner is supposed to be the female version of you, no. That's toxic. That's dangerous. Narcissistic. No. A lot of times that person, they're grooming you to be just like them. They want you to feel just like them. They want you to express yourself just like them. And if you're not, they don't want to deal with you. If you're not on the same page as them, they don't want to deal with you because they don't want to deal with themselves. And they want to easily be able to manipulate you and control you however they can. You feel like everything this person says is true. You feel like, and another reason, if you feel you're in a narcissistic relationship, you can't leave this person alone. You can't be by yourself. You can't be without this person. You got to know what they're doing. This person's constantly cheating and you're taking them back. You have helped groom this narcissist into who they were. A lot of these women, you wonder why men act like this. Because their parents are narcissistic. Talk about myself. Remember, I told you I talk about myself. If your parents were narcissistic in some way, guess what? That's what you go out and search for. Narcissistic people. And not people that's meant to uplift you or to build you. So now it's time to cut cords with narcissistic energy. Their way or the highway. That's all you know. If it ain't their way, it's not right. If you don't believe what I believe, then what you believe is evil. That's how people are. Oh, no. Tarot cards? That's that. No, that's narcissistic energy. Manipulating the minds of others. Remember, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Your opinion is no better than my opinion. But we must respect each other's views. Narcissistic energy, it's time to cut those relationships out. That's your addiction. If your part sex energy is real high. That's all that, you thinking they want a relationship, but really that's all it is. Because they need, remember what I said in the beginning of the video. If you were on here in the beginning, remember what I said. Cutting cords. Sex is just an energetic cord. So narcissistic people, when they have that cord and they got you locked in, they got to keep doing it. They got to keep going. Sex, you always have to have it from this person because that's your lifeline. Narcissistic people have never been shown love. They've never been able to express love. Nobody's ever shown them good emotion, so they don't even know how to express their emotions. So when they find somebody that has a big heart, that can express themselves to people, they hold real tight onto that person. Like I said, they will take very good care of you. But it's a demon that's waiting to come out of that. Release that narcissistic energy. Release that demon. That's all it is control. Anything that controls you, controls your mind, controls what you do, that's a low vibrating entity that you're attached to. So when you cut that cord, you're releasing yourself from that person's entrapment. Don't become mentally imprisoned. And please stop falling for narcissistic energy. When their parents have narcissistic energy, or your parents, and sometimes, let me be real with you. Some people get addicted to narcissistic energy and don't even know how they got addicted to it. And like I said, if your parent was one, that's the energy that you're going to go and find. So men, a lot of times, their father wasn't there. Their mother was all that they knew. A lot of these men, their parents were single mothers. That single mother has a lot of hurt for the absent parent. So that narcissistic energy is what she carries on, and she passes it to her child. So then her child goes out into the world to find that same narcissistic energy. Cut it off. I didn't want to go that deep, but it's time to cut it off. Really realize the energy that you're giving unto others. Really. And that's what God is telling us. Step back and realize you're not getting love because of the energy that you're attracting. And a lot of you been in relationships with the same person for a long time, and it's just not going nowhere. And you want to let go, but you just know you don't even know how to be on your own. You could do it. Spirit is telling you this is your time. This full moon, you need to let this situation go. It's time for you to focus on you. Abandonment issue. A lot on this full moon, a lot of us are going through abandonment issues. Abandonment issues is, like I just said, a parent was not there in your life growing up. You didn't have a parent was absent. You really don't know how to, be on your own, so you have abandonment issues. Perhaps people have left you out in the cold all your life. You've had a big heart, the same love that you've shown people, you've never gotten it back. Abandonment issues. Or every time you've fallen in love, something's happened. That person's either passed or got locked up. Love never sticks with you, so you have abandonment issues. You don't know how to be by yourself. God is saying in this season, it's time to heal those abandonment issues. Whoever you felt has abandoned you, let that go. Send them love and light. Send them healing energy, but let it go. Somebody is really, I'm telling you, it's strong. It's a strong feeling of abandonment issues. It's time to heal from that at this time. Let it go. Forgive yourself. That's what it is. I'm telling you, that's a lot of people's problem right now. You were in a situation, or you were dealing with a person, and it hurt you so bad to the point you be in a situation, You get out of that situation, you got to get right back into another one. And then if that don't work, you get right back into another one. You have abandonment issues. That means a relationship hurt you to the core at some point. A parent wasn't there. You just have abandonment issues inside, and you need to stop. Stop getting in and out of relationships. Be by yourself. I'm telling you. This is an isolation season. 2022, in order for anybody to get their blessing this year, you're going to have to isolate yourself. Elevation requires separation. This season in your life, and I'm hearing the relationship you in, you're getting tired of it. You just don't know how to get out of it, and you're afraid to deal with yourself. This is why I want y'all to try that mirror technique. Sit in the mirror with yourself and really forgive yourself for the things that you've been through. Have a talk with yourself. As you talk into yourself, you're really talking to God. God just wants to hear from you. Instead of you holding everything in mentally and not expressing it, it's time to get it out. Men, I want you to do the same thing. You don't know how to be emotional to your woman because nobody's ever been emotional to you. Men, I'm hearing there's a man watching this. You had to be the strong one ever since you was 12 years old. I'm hearing 12. 12. You had to be the strong one ever since you was 12 years old. At a young age, nobody was ever there for you. So now you're growing up to be, it's like you want to be a man, but you're being the vicious enemy that you don't have to be because you're in battle with yourself. See? One platform. See, my platforms is messing up. That's okay. We're going to keep going. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Hey, y'all. See, I can't even go live no more. Okay. It's all right. A lot of you are going through things that you're in battle with yourself. A lot of situations that you face, you're really your own biggest enemy. So now it's time to sit with yourself. Let these issues go. People that leave you, let them go. You don't deserve to hold on to other people's energy that you didn't know how to let go of. You deserve better from yourself. Let me keep going. New relationships. Once you learn how to isolate yourself and once you learn how to be by yourself, God is going to send you somebody. New relationships is on the horizon. It's coming. Isolate yourself. God saying that lover that you wanted, you've never been married, you want to be married, that marriage is coming. But he's going to have to isolate you from people, places, and things at this time. He's going to have to. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm trying to get this video. They are trying to mess up. See, when you start telling the truth, they try to mess up your voice. I'm coming, y'all. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing today? I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Love y'all. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. But new relationships. Certain cycles is closing out and new cycles are going to start. But it's up to you if you can really be by yourself. Sometimes as people, we can't be by ourselves. It's hard for us to be by ourselves. Being hard by ourselves or being by ourselves is sometimes the hardest thing that we've ever had to do. I'm telling you, God's saying in this season, in order for you to reap that blessing that you want, you're going to have to be by yourself. Let's keep going. The reason I said new relationships is going to occur after this full moon. Venus and Mars is in conjunction. Now, conjunction basically means when two planets are so close together. And Venus and Mars went into conjunction in Capricorn on today. So basically, if you have any cardinal placements, understand, are you a fixed sign or are you a cardinal sign? If your cardinal is in Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, and it's 13 to 20 degrees, you're going to feel it very strong at this time. New relationships. Let's talk about this. So basically, Venus is the planet of love. Mars deals with communication, different things. So at this time, new love is going to be sparking up. New situations is going to spark up. Um, so congratulations. Perhaps old situations. You might find yourself sparking up something with your ex. Perhaps maybe you have broken up with a lifetime partner. You guys will get back together. It's up to you. But the full moon in Leo is pushing you to basically step into who you are. Step in with that step of faith, realizing your self-confidence, your self-worth, knowing what you're worth. Everything that you've been taught along your spiritual awakening or your spiritual journey, it's really now time to step out on faith and walk into that role that you need. It's time now for you to do what you got to do. Step into who you need to be. Really ask yourself, what's my purpose? Love. Really define yourself. Is this love? Is the love that I've been wanting, is that what I need? Remember, want and need is two different things. The way I look at love, is this really what I need at this time? On today, a lot of times you might be thinking about long-term commitments, long-term relationships. That might be on your mind heavy. Basically, I'm hearing settling down. Somebody's wanting to go ahead and settle down at this time. You've decided that it's time to settle yourself down. So commitments, basically careers. What career you want to step into? What is it that you want to do? These things are what's coming about of you at this time. A lot of things are coming up at the surface of 10 years. I'm hearing the next 10 years. You're mapping it out. 10. 10 is a powerful number today. 10. You're thinking everything out. What is it that I want to do? How is it? Who do I want to be a part of my legacy? Who do I want to be a part of my career, my history? This is the things that you're thinking. It's no more. You shed your past self. Now you're ready to walk into the power of your higher self. But in order to continue walking into the level of your higher self, you must let go of everything from your past. Let it go. Unlearn everything. A lot of you are reprogramming the subconscious mind at this time. A lot of the ways that you was raised, a lot of the things that you thought was right, you're realizing that it's not. A lot of things that you believed in, what you thought was the meaning of it, is not the actual meaning of it. So now you're going back and you are really figuring out who you are, what you value, what you stand on, and what you believe in, and that is fine. That is what you're supposed to be doing at this time. I'm hearing purge. You feel things are coming at a rapid pace, and it's almost like a scary feeling, like, wait a minute, what's going on? But that's that creative energy that's sparking up in you. It's Leo season. Leo energy right now. Not Leo season, but Leo energy. Excuse me. Let me correct that. People be like, it's not. It's Leo energy right now. Okay? So, let me go back now. No more people pleasing. Let's talk about that. People pleasing. It's time out now for you minimizing yourself for how people feel. Forget how people feel. It's time for you to step into your truth. Stop trying to show out for others or be something that you're not. Be who you are called to be. Stand on your word. Stand on your truth. Speak out and be yourself. No more people pleasing. It's time out. Not allowing people to make decisions for you. Stop allowing people to make decisions for you. It's time for you to make decisions for yourself. You always want to go and ask somebody else for advice when you don't even want to listen to your own intuition. Dig deep into your intuition. You know who you are. You know what it is that you need to do. Do it. Now, Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun in the tarot world is the awakening card. The sun is the celestial body that governs life, vitality, and creativity, self confidence, and self expression. So, the awakening card, certain ways of love, certain ways of yourself, everything that you go through this year is going to show you that. It's going to show you who you are as a person, how strong you are, what levels of love you have, what level your self confidence is. Everything about you is coming to the forefront. And you're either going to step into who you need to be or you're going to get drugged back. Is your self confidence high at this time? Are you expressing yourself well at this time? How creative are you being at this time? Are others as loyal as you? A lot of the Leo placements, you're very loyal to people, but the question is people loyal to you? Okay? Stop putting others before yourself. Okay? And a lot of you, you're feeling low because you're going through the dark night of the soul. As you spiritually incline, you also have shadow work that will drag you back down to look at certain aspects of yourself, and that's what people are going through right now. Certain situations you've been holding on for too long, Spirit's bringing it right back up for you to deal with it. You have to deal with it. You have to take accountability at this time. Everything that you do, everything that you've done, you need to take accountability for your actions and who you are. Stop blaming others and take accountability for you. That is how you grow up. I'm hearing grow up. God is saying at this time, you need to grow up. It is time. It's no more being on the back burner, no more being more comfortable, because this awakening that you're about to have with Leo energy, this awakening, it's going to awaken you to some real stuff. I'm hearing in this season, a lot of people are going to learn how immature they are mentally, physically, spiritually. It's time for an awakening. Full moon energy and Leo the sun, awakening. I'm telling you, a lot of people are about to experience a powerful awakening of yourself. Accountability. This is a season of accountability for our actions. You want to blame others. You don't want to deal with it. You want to talk a good game, but you're not living it. Accountability. It's a season of accountability. Hermit mode. Rest. It's time to rest. Like I said, rest. It's major time to rest. A lot of the downloads, a lot of things that Spirit is showing you. Spirit is either showing you something or Spirit is either purging you through something. But rest. The downloads that you're getting and receiving, you need to rest to be able to process them properly. Shedding of old skin. Old ways of you is slowly shedding. Old things. Old things that you need to let go of. Because remember, you're the cocoon. You're the butterfly that's about to burst out. You're trying to come out. It's like all your life you was one way. You was stuck in that way. You was raised this way. And now you're breaking free from all the shackles and the chains, generational curses. You're breaking away from the norm. You're not worried about how others feel about you. You're stepping into your true, authentic self. You're about to shine like that butterfly. And it's time. God's telling you, let go. Release yourself. You're trying to come out of that cocoon, and you're coming. And it's feeling scary. God knows it's feeling scary, but you're almost there. You're ready to burst out and be free. Maya Angelou, the caged bird that sings. Okay? You're about to break free. You're coming out of the cage. It's time to set yourself free. And I'm hearing you have the key. You're the one that has the key to why you're acting the way you do. Set yourself free. Like I said, somebody just went through a death and a rebirth, and now you're going through a major transformation. And this full moon, anything else that you need to purge is going to come up at this time for you to let it go. The caged bird that sings. You have yourself in a mental imprisonment. You have allowed people to put you in an imprisonment. You have such a big heart. You want to help everybody. You want to be so nice, but you're not allowing that love to really come into your heart. So now everybody's dumped their problems out on you. Everybody comes to you to release that energy, and you putting your own self in a mental imprisonment. The caged bird that sings, unlock that key and let yourself out. Let yourself be free. Stop living, well, my mom and daddy did it this way, so I got to do it that way. Well, my mom and daddy believe in this, so I got to believe in that. Stop. Find your own journey. This full moon in Leo is pushing you with that energy, that drive, that power of leadership. Find your own way. Let yourself go. Be free. Step into who you are. Don't let others define you. And stop letting people make decisions for you. It's time to grow up. You have people that is looking for you for leadership. Step into the role that you need to be in. Don't worry about the judgment of others. It's time for you to be you. Take that. I'm telling you, Spirit saying take the mask off. Rip it off. You know how tiresome it gets? I'm going to tell you how it was for me. It gets tiresome trying to wear a mask, trying to be something that you're not, trying to get people to like you for this, trying to get people to see you like this. You get tired of that. Your family, they believe in one thing, and that's really not what you believe in. But for the view of the community or the public, you got to be this way. Stop. Be yourself. Rip that mask off. Imagine the people that wear a mask for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You know how bitter you become to be? You get lost and you don't even realize that you're a lost soul. Take that mask off. When you wear a mask and you be something that you're not, when you start to wear it, it's a mental confliction. 1 minute you trying to be yourself, the next minute you trying to be what you think others want you to be. Stop living for people. We really need to wake up and realize we not God. We can't judge others. So many people really live for the judgment of others. Or what's in style. I gotta do what they doing. I gotta do what everybody else doing. No, you don't. Be yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You are a vibe within yourself. And people feel like you weird, so what? Be weird. But guess what? Be yourself. That's what this season is telling us. Let go of everything that is hindering you from being who you need to be. Okay? Let go of revenge, okay? Revenge. Trying to get back at others. Trying to, well, they treated me like this, so I'm going to treat them that same way. Let go of that. Be the bigger person in this season. That's why you don't end up with nothing. Or that's why you're stagnant with the same energy that you're leveling off of. Because you're always trying to match people on their energy. You drain more of your energy trying to match other people's energy. They ain't speak to me, so I'm not going to speak to them. They didn't do this, so I'm not going to do that. Well, they related to me, but I don't even deal with them. How can you do your own loved ones like that? Yeah, your loved ones treat you wrong. Let me tell you something. In this season, what Spirit is showing you, yeah, your family, certain loved ones may have done you wrong, but guess what? Them same family members are your lessons in life, in karma. Think about that. I'm going to leave that one alone. The ancestors are speaking at this time. Some of us, we're feeling a little bit heavy. That's what I'm going to say. Some of you feeling a little bit heavy. You feel the energy around, but you just don't know. And it's making you feel nervous. I'm telling you right now. And the spirit or the ancestors is dealing with some of us. They're showing us situations that they're trying to communicate to us. They're trying to tell us so much. Let go of everything that just no longer serves you. Stop being on the fence. If you're going to start that business, start that business. Stop living your life in fear. Stop living your life in the judgment of others. Step into who you need to be. God is trying to bless you abundantly. I'm telling you, I keep seeing an overflow of money. Somebody's hand is itching. I'm hearing it's been constantly itching. And it's been itching for a while. And you don't even know when it's coming in. That's just a little symbol of God showing you He's about to bless you abundantly, but you are blocking your own blessing. That's what this season is telling you. Stop blocking your own blessings. Cut situations out. Let endings be. Because holding on, you're going to get that person's karma on top of your karma. That's not what we want to do in this season. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You are feeling this full moon energy. You're feeling real emotional at this time. So my water signs, yeah, you're feeling real emotional. It's getting to you. All right, now I'm going to leave this. I'm about to go ahead and close out. I am done. I had to get that out to you guys. But the couple journal questions, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with your journal questions for today. If you missed this, go back and re-watch it. One more thing. Let me go over this. Next big chapter I wanted to say. With this full moon energy, what Spirit is also showing us is, are you saying the truth or are you following the crowd? A deep question. And this is what Spirit is saying. There's a couple people you on the fence. One minute you want to be spiritual, the next minute you want to be religious. Or one minute you want to be all high and mighty, the next minute you want to hang with the low vibrating entities. I'm not going to say demons, I'm going to say low vibrating entities. Because see, when you so used to gossiping, picking, hating, being judgmental, speaking down on a person, when you really don't even know, or when you really jealous of that person, or you wish you had the strength that person can have, when you're putting yourself in that environment, those are low vibrating entities. And some of us love being down there with the low vibrating entities. So it's like one minute you want to be high on top of the world with Spirit, but yet you scared, so you go right on back down to them low vibrating entities because that's where you feel comfortable. That's what I'm saying. Are you comfortable enough to stand in your own truth, or do you still feel like you got to be are you still a puppet in the show, or are you ready to live high? Which one is it? Because you got to understand, as high spiritual beings, a lot of times now, we don't really argue. We just sit back and watch. So those of you that find yourself always low and vibrating, you're always just another puppet in the show. Come out of that phase in your life. Are you speaking the truth? Just because what somebody else believes in, you don't, you can't say that that's wrong. You can say you don't agree with that. But saying it's wrong, that's just because you don't understand. Or you didn't even take the time to research what that person is speaking on. So are we speaking the truth at this time, or are we following the crowd? That's a very big question. This full moon also is revealing a lot of people's ego. If you have a very strong ego or a big ego, God is humbling you in this season. It's breaking you, it is. But learn the lessons, do the shadow work, and learn from it. Okay? Now, one last thing that I need to say. Separate yourself from parents and curses. Stop living in the eye of what your parents did, because what worked for them is not going to work for you. Step away from the judgment of others and be yourself. Somebody doesn't know how to be themselves because the judgment of your parents and your family members is all you know. And family is a big issue. There are a lot of situations with family members that have popped up at this time. Childhood trauma, like I said. Families going at it for nothing. Families being broken and can't even speak to each other. You got this cousin that can't say nothing to that cousin. You got that aunt that only deals with certain. You got families right now that are so divided. Certain family members, they'll go and do something and they won't include the other family members. And then you got family members that look down on certain ones or call certain ones crazy, but them really be the ones that they love the most and they want the guidance from, but they're too embarrassed to say it. Jealousy and hate It's time now to sit down and to heal that foundation. The roots. I'm hearing roots. Somebody needs to watch the movie Roots. Roots. It is time for you to watch Roots at this time. I'm hearing the root. It's time for a family to get to the root of the problem. Take it how it resonates. The root of the problem. If you feel that your ancestors have been pulling at you, it's something to deal with your family, or it's a part of you that you haven't released just yet. And that certain part that you haven't released, it was caused by something from your family. So I'm hearing family issues, or it might be certain family members that come to your mind a lot and you don't know why. You need to make amends with that family member. Time now for families to sit down and really come to what the root of that generational curse is. Because all that you're going to keep doing, there's never going to be somebody in the bloodline that's going to break it and allow for abundance, prosperity to come in. That curse is just going to keep going in circles and going in circles. Get to the root of the problem. Stop vibrating low because that's all you know. That's what's comfortable. God is pushing somebody to the forefront. Literally, it's almost like somebody taking a foot and pushing you to the edge. It's time for you to go to the edge and be who you need to be. Grow up. If your mama can't talk to your niece, guess what? You go and talk to your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got to be in the room with certain family members because deep down you don't like them, they ain't done, and they haven't done nothing to you, that's jealousy and hate, and that's a low demonic demon. Let it go. Make amends with your family members. Your family is your greatest lesson. But guess what? See, this is the problem. I'm going to keep it real. A lot of times when people get successful, right? Guess who the first people is that they put down? They family, because their family was never there for them. And they're hurt. They're hurt by that because their family shut them out. Their family didn't love them. Their family hated them because they were the black sheep of the family. That person gets successful, right? When they get successful, they cut out all family members. They go and find fake friends, right? And when you find those fake friends, guess what? As you get successful, guess who be the ones that cross you? The family. You know why? Because you didn't make amends. See what I'm saying? Jealousy and hate is a very ugly trait to have. So at this time, if you have any family members that you feel that you need to make things right, get it right. Family is all you got at the end of the day. Your family is your biggest lessons. Let me tell you, life is a game of Monopoly. I know we heard that saying before. Life is a game of Monopoly. And guess what? Your family is all the pieces around the board. Yeah, they might have done you wrong, but you have to make amends. Make things right. Talk it out. Mental health is so underlooked at in the black community, and we go through so much. You got, like I said, we really got cousins that can't talk to cousins, or people that really, and it's really jealousy and hate. That person's stronger and can get it out the mud, and I know I can't do that. So I'd rather talk junk about this person, say this person's crazy, put this person down, always speak negative, when really I love that person unconditionally. I miss my cousin. I need to talk to my cousin. Get it right. There's a blessing. I'm telling you, somebody's on the verge of a blessing. But because you have so many wrongs and you hold on to the judgment of others, you're blocking it. Make things right with your family. I'm telling you, you know what? With Hispanics, we pick on them because you see them, guess what? It be about 20 in the car. You don't even know how all 20 got in the car, but you see all 20 of them in the car, right? And guess what? Them same 20 that you see in that car, they're going to live in a house together, right? And guess what? All 20 of them live in a huge house, and you be wondering, how do they do it? Where they get this money to do that from? They're unity. They're unified. If I got 10 of my cousins, regardless of how we feel, when you have family that learn how to come together, you can do grand things. If your family can sing, if your family can cook, if your family has a business, When everybody is unified under one common goal, do you know how much positive energy and how much vibration that sends off? So yeah, we pick on the Hispanics, but really they're unified. They know how to work together to get some common goal. A lot of us, we can't do that. We don't know how to work together for a common goal. Versus us putting our pride to the side. Okay, boom. I know a lot of my family members. It's so much division. You got one that know how to do hair, one that know how to do eyelashes, some that know how to do this. If everybody came together and learned how to put your pride to the side and break those generational curses, you can open up the avenue for generational wealth. The area that I'm from, I tell y'all all about it all the time. Everybody like, what is Bolivia? I'm from Bolivia. It's a small town area that's deprived of a lot of opportunity due to so much cursing on the land. But in that community is so much potential, so much. And versus coming together is so much division. And where I'm from, if all of my family learned how to put their pride to the side and break the curses that the ancestors were trying to do, just my family alone could take over that whole area like it's nothing. See, this is an area that's cursed so bad, the oppressor takes over everything and leaves nothing for black people to survive. And because they've been like that for so long, versus people having a voice to take back what was stolen from them, they're just comfortable vibrating low. Come together, work out family issues. I'm telling you, this is a year of peace and balance. Whether you want to do it or not, I'm telling you, God is going to bring situations back up to show people certain things. Break those generational curses. Come together as one and unite. Unity. That's what God is doing this year. Just because you believe in this and you believe in that, guess what? He's bringing us all together in one. Because what does the Bible say? Whether you believe in Allah, Yahweh, God, whatever you want to say, He's all creating us into one. The Bible said He created us all in His image. One, unity. Unity plus commitment equals strength. It is time now to be unified as one. Make amends with your loved ones. Family teaches you the biggest lesson, but they're also going to be your biggest supporters if you learn how to communicate with each other. Just because somebody, and a lot of times people say, well, they don't live here, they think they're better than us. No, you allow yourself to think at that low vibrating rate. Stop allowing yourself to be low vibrating. Move up into your higher self. Look past what happened. Yeah, that's what happened in the past. But then ask yourself, what part did I play in it? Look at all that pain. See, a lot of times what you'll see, a lot of family members have secret hate for certain ones, and you never know it. Years go by, then they start wishing bad on you. You start seeing people for their true color. They start separating you from who they define as family. That's jealousy and hate. Hate. Because somewhere along that root or that generation of the tree, there was a lot of hate. Break that and create abundance for your family. Some of you got great business ideas. You try to, and this is the thing I'm hearing. You done started a business. You pick it up, you drop it. You pick it up, you drop it. Lazy. That's the spirit, the curse that was placed upon your family. Laziness. Break that. Step outside of the norms of who you are and really purge yourself into who you need to be, because it's time. God ain't playing with you no more. Your ancestors ain't playing. Get with it or get wiped off. That's what they saying, point blank period. Get with it or get wiped off. They tired of playing with you. It's time for you to go full throttle. Start that business, do whatever it is you need to do, and go. Let old cycles be. Stop going back to that toxic situation. Let it go. Forgive those that you know you wrong. Forgive those that wronged you. You know they ain't never going to apologize to you. Forgive them, love them, and keep on moving. Because it's an abundant season. God's about to bless somebody with a harvest. Your harvest is right there waiting on you. And I'm hearing you almost want to give up. And when you want to give up, that's when your breakthrough is coming. When you feel like you right at the wit's end, you done, you ready to give up, that's when God's trying to bless you. Don't give up. Your season is here. You trying to figure out how you going to pay that bill. You trying to figure out how you going to pay this bill. You starting to get behind. Guess what God said? I got a blessing for you if you just hold on. Forgive people. Ask them to forgive you. God's trying to bless you with that new relationship, that new home, that new car, that new city. He's trying to give it to you. But you need to put in that work. A prayer. You got to do more than pray. It's time to put in that spiritual work. Cut off the things that don't serve you so you can get what you want. And stop just praying and dealing what you're dealing with and thinking he's going to work like that. He's not. Here's your journal questions for this full moon. Question number 1. How can I be more in touch with my soul? Journal question number 1. Tonight, I want you to write down 9 things that you want to release. 9 things, 9 people that you need to forgive or ask for forgiveness of. 9 characteristics of yourself. 9 things. Write them down. Things that you want to let them go. Sit with the feeling of these 9 things. As you write, visualize yourself releasing it. After you've wrote these 9 things and you repeat it to yourself, burn it, let it go. It's done. Release it. Cut it out. Take a bath, a spiritual bath. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse your energy. Ask God to put in new hedges of protection. As you start doing that spiritual work, there's always bigger tests. So protect yourself at this time. Protect your energy at this time. The full moon causes people to act in crazy ways. Protect your energy at this time. Cleanse of your energy. But how can I be more in touch with my soul? That's question number 1. Question number 2. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of? Question number 3. Why do I allow others to drain me? Why do I allow others to drain me? Question number 4. Do I need to apologize to anyone at this time? Once again, do I need to apologize to anyone at this time? Question number 5. Do I understand what love truly is? Do I understand what love truly is? Question number 6. What part of me did I lose? What part of me did I lose? Question number 7. How can I show love to those who I wronged? How can I show love to those who I wronged? Okay, those are your questions for this full moon. Journal them. As you're sitting in the tub, no cell phones, no distractions, journal. Write out some stuff. Sit with it. Sit with the part of yourself that you always try to run away from. A lot of times people will tell you, oh, forget what happened. Just forget it. Move on, move on. Don't even think about it. Those are people that don't want to deal with themselves. They don't want to deal or take accountability. Narcissistic people. Sit with yourself. As you sit with yourself and you deal with yourself, you're healing yourself. And not only are you healing yourself, you're healing 7 generations backwards. Your great-grandma and great-great-great-great-grandma. You're healing them who couldn't have a voice for themselves. They were silenced. So you see a lot of people, oh, it's better to be quiet. No, express yourself. People that tell you, oh, be quiet, don't say nothing. There were silenced, or somewhere in that generational line, it was a curse to keep people silenced. So you got to understand what's going on around you. A lot of times, you know, growing up, your parents will tell you, don't say nothing, don't react, just move on. Just don't even say nothing. So you start really holding on to your emotions. You don't know how to express them because you've always been taught to keep it in, don't say nothing, or basically push it under the rug. It ain't no more of that. Nah. God's showing you how to express yourself. Rip that curse off. Rip the tape off your mouth. Somewhere along that generation, it was a curse that was placed to keep people silenced. That's what y'all need to understand. If you was raised like that, to where you couldn't express yourself, your parents, I don't want to see no tears, because they never was able to express themselves. Express yourself in this season. Have a voice for you. Stop letting other people control your mind. Control yourself. A lot of times people was raised by family members who never was shown love, so they don't even know what love is. You grow up to not know what love is. Break that cycle. Really understand what is the root of my generational line. What is our biggest problem? Make amends with those that you love. I'm telling you. Here are some affirmations that you can do. I just repeated the 7 questions. Now I have some affirmations for you. Affirmations is something that you look at yourself in the mirror. So you have your 7 questions. Now let's talk about your affirmations. The first one, I forgive myself for. I forgive myself for. Now I want you to finish out the line. You could say you forgive yourself for whatever. For me, I forgive myself for loving people so unconditionally and abusing the power of my true love. That's what one of mine would be. So you figure it out however you want to do it. But I forgive myself. That's the first affirmation. The second affirmation, I vow to love whatever. Think of it however you want to do it. I vow to love the rest, okay? The next one, I free myself from. I free myself from, and then think of whatever else you want to write at the end. One thing I free myself from is the judgment of others, being able to stand in my own truth, okay? And these affirmations is something that I want you to work on for the next 30 days. When you wake up, read your affirmations. Look in the mirror and repeat them to yourself. Throughout the day, repeat those affirmations. And before you go to sleep, repeat those affirmations. And if you do that for 30 days, I promise you, you will see how God can move in your life. Okay, I'm going to go over those affirmations one more time. I forgive myself for. I vow to love. I free myself from. Okay, those are your affirmations. You have your questions. So this full moon in Leo, once again, is just to release, let go. Some of you have been holding on pain as a crutch, and you're using it to manipulate the energies of others around you, and you're so lost. I'm hearing stuck. Spirit is saying you've been going about things for so long, judging people for so long. Spirit starting to show you an awakening of how wrong you really truly been, and you don't know what to do, so you're stuck. And I'm hearing God say, ask him to remove that block, to balance you back in mind, body, and spirit, because we're out of line. And like I said, with Leo energy, it's courageous energy. So spirit is pushing some of us beyond the limit of others. Spirit is pushing some of us got into spirituality, and we have businesses, our baby, we've birthed them, and it's like sometimes we feel like doing it and sometimes we don't. It's time to go full force. Go hard, do what you need to do, and break free of any strongholds in this season. This is your season to do it. You will come out on top. You will be successful. And if you're thinking about starting that business, start that business. Go and see that family member that you can't talk to because you're stuck in your own ways of pain. Let that pain go. Love people. Open up your heart space at this time. And watch what God can do for you. And that new relationship, that marriage, that new proposal, that new baby, somebody's about to find out they're pregnant. That new baby that's coming, that new beginning, this is a new beginning with spirit. 111. I love you.